Brody, before you ask a question, can you sniff yourself and make sure how do you smell?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So let's do it. The 15-minute morning show podcast without Nate. Quick, what do we want to say about Nate while he's not here?
That's so wrong.
He's so good
Stupid hair.
He needs a haircut. Yeah.
I like his hair.
No, I like it. Yeah.
Leave it. It looks good.
All right, what else? Say something about
Did
Nate.
he go
quick.
take a shit? Is that where he went?
He left one, yeah.
Oh,
Thanks,
he takes
Tom.
long ones.
Yeah.
Anything else behind his back? Is he back yet?
Not yet.
Does he
not
smell
even
weird
close.
today?
No.
Has anyone sniffed him?
No, he's all right.
No onions smell today?
Yeah, sometimes Nate comes in with that onion smell. And if you're wondering why we're all in different studios at home, it's not because of the pandemic. It's because Nate stinks. so there's that.
But how does he know he doesn't stink, though? He has to know he stinks.
No, you don't smell your own stench usually.
Yeah, I guess not.
That's why the other day we were talking about if you could Google a smell, what smell would you Google? And everyone's like, oh, I would Google roses or I would Google peanut butter. And someone said, you should Google yourself to see if you smell. Because you
Totally.
can't always tell if you can smell.
True.
That's a good call. And is it being a nice friend or a bad friend if you tell someone that they smell? I think it's being a nice friend to let them know. Hey,
It depends on your relationship with them.
and how close you are.
And some friends they're so unhinged anyway, that it would just drive them over the edge.
Now I want to know if I smell. Think I'm okay.
I smell like deodorant.
Yeah.
Do you guys
I smell
remember
like
when
laundry.
we had that?
Brody, before you ask a question, can you sniff yourself and make sure how do you smell?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, proceed. I'm sorry, what were you asking us?
I don't know why he was there, but we had some dentist or oral surgeon in the conference room like 5 or 6 years ago, and he said if you want to smell your own breath, you lick the back of your hand,
and
let it
sniff it.
air out for a couple of seconds, and then smell it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Gross. I'm not licking my hand.
I'm
I'm
not
touching this
licking
stuff
my
in
hand,
here.
yeah.
Mine's not bad.
See, mine's not bad. Mine's not bad because of that smart mouthwash.
I bought some of that stuff. It's great, by the way.
You like it, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
I'm
you know
sorry,
what?
I was supposed to send you some, Frog.
The more it dries, it doesn't smell too pleasant.
Asshole.
Oh,
When Nate comes back,
Nate. Here comes Nate.
When he comes back from the bathroom, he's got to do the hand thing.
Pretend we
Yeah,
weren't
the breath.
talking about
The
it.
breath thing. He's got to lick his hand.
Oh,
What
look
were
who
you talking
decided to
about?
join the 15-minute morning. Nothing. We're just talking about
Nothing to
licking
see
our
here.
hands and sniffing them.
Sexiest man on the podcast.
Let me ask you a question. Why would one lick their hand and sniff it? Go.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yeah.
To see what their breath smells like?
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
But
Hey,
nowadays, you can just smell the inside of your mask, right?
That is true.
Yeah.
I like that. That makes me happy that you can
Oh,
do that.
God. Don't you hate when you're like, oh, it's an old mask, but it's in my car and I got to put it on because I forgot under the mask. And you're like, oh, God, it stinks.
Yeah.
Not if I had pizza.
I had masks in the that middle console with Lysol wipes, and you really want to get high, you put the mask on, and it smells like the Clorox wipes inside
Yes.
your nose.
I've done that before. I made that mistake to spraying Lysol on the mask, and then I tried to air it out, and I put it on right after that. Oh, that's a mistake. Don't do that.
All right, well, what did Straight Nate miss? We were talking about you. We
About his
said-
hair. Hey, Nate, can you
He
take take that off?
Yeah, show your. No, shake it out.
You got to shake it out.
I got to take the bun out.
Yeah,
bun.
remove thy bun.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love it.
Sideshow
I love
Bob.
it too.
Love
I do
it.
too.
Love it.
No, I really love your hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
thank you. Well, you're not going to enjoy it much longer. It's
Why?
kinda
Well, what are you
Do you have a
waiting
date?
for? Like, is there something that has to happen, or like?
No, well, I said several months ago I wasn't going to cut it until I got vaccinated, and I got my first shot because I've had 2 strokes about a week ago.
Yeah.
So
Get-
You're 2 strokes a week ago.
yeah, wow.
What?
I got my first shot because of comorbidities a couple of weeks ago. So
You had comorbidities 2 weeks ago.
Are you going to get a thyroid cut?
Did you just stroke it 2 weeks ago?
Are you going to get a
so-
T-shirt that says "Kiss me"? I've got 2 comorbidities.
All right, so
Actually,
what
I'm
you're
3.
saying, let me translate for you. I had my shot 2 weeks ago because of my 2 strokes.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Isn't that weird? Me, who I screw up everything I say, I have to translate for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Elvis, obviously the strokes had an effect on his speech pattern. Leave him alone.
Thank
No.
you, Brody.
Right.
You're welcome, Nate.
All right, where were we?
But no, that's not true. Shut up, Brody. Stop making me look like a shithead because that's not the case.
Well, everyone knows it's not the case. It was a joke.
I was okay.
How often would I defend Nate?
Okay, this leads me to my next conversation.
Ah, Yes, I've been waiting for this one all
All right.
morning.
I was going to do that on the big show, but I decided to save it for our friends exclusively here at the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast. Do you think you are the funniest person you know? Brody.
Are we all supposed to answer?
Brody. Why would I go first? You know the answer.
I'm just asking. Do you think you're the funniest person you know?
Funniest person like I'm friendly with? Then
The question is, are you the funniest person you know?
Yeah.
That's such a narcissistic answer.
Well, don't be jealous.
That's
Maybe he
also the
doesn't know
answer
any
of
funny
someone
people.
An only child.
Scary. Don't be a dick. He asked me a question, right?
And
so
he answered.
If they asked you the question, if you were being honest, you'd say me.
Be
So
humble.
that's how it works.
I would not
Wait. Scary. Who is the funniest person you know? Is it you?
It's not me. No, it's not me. And it's not
That's
Brody.
honest.
It's not Brody.
Oh.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. You
Yeah,
know?
name one.
No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I think it's funny you immediately discounted Brody without even knowing who else was funnier.
Right.
It can't be Brody.
I don't know. I have a
what
very
I'm saying.
successful podcast.
Because
no
he
thanks
makes
to you.
me as angry as he does make me laugh. So they kind of negate each
That's
other.
how funny I am.
That
I'm
could
funny
be-
enough to make you like me, even though you
What's
hate
that, Gandhi?
It could be both. He could be funny and he could be infuriating.
Infuriating is
Could
the
be
word.
both.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
sorry. We both agree on infuriating. Okay, but so if you don't think Brody's the funniest person you know, who is?
I got a couple of friends from Hoboken who are fucking hysterical. I have about 3 guys, that
I'll do a podcast with them.
Well, I
Oh,
was
now-
thinking
come
about
on
it. If
now.
this thing
Here we go.
failed, if our podcast failed, I was thinking about doing a podcast with them because
Are
they are
you
fucking
sure?
hilarious.
Are you sure they're funnier than Brody?
Yeah, they're
Here's the
witty,
thing. You
they're
can't have
clever.
a countdown and say this one's definitely number 2 without having a number 1. You have to have number 1.
They're humorous. Listen, Brody's sharp as a tack. I'll give him that. But he's funny.
Wow.
Brody's very funny.
Froggy.
Yes.
Who is the funniest person you know? Is it you?
No, absolutely not. No, not even close.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Gandhi?
sometimes I can be, but I'm not the funniest person I know. No.
Right. No, you're funny. You're fun and funny. Gandhi, what? Who?
No, it's definitely not me, the funniest person I know. I have 3 friends that make me cry laughing.
Right.
Elise,
Right.
Melissa, and Solomon crack me up all the time. And I got to be honest, my big sister is hilarious. So, not me.
But she's also equally as infuriating.
Absolutely.
Yeah, see,
Equally as infuriating.
She can be the funniest person in your life, at the same time be the worst person in your life.
Yeah.
Scotty B, what about you? Who's the funniest person you know?
It's not me. I'm quirky, but I'm not funny.
Quirky is the word that comes to mind with you. Yes.
Yeah. I have I have another friend, Scott, who is actually very hilarious, and he's the funniest person I know.
Thank you.
Right. Right. Now, Danielle, remember years ago we had an argument on the air about the difference between funny and fun.
Yes.
And you got mad because I said, I don't think you're that funny, but I think you're very fun.
She is
You
Yes.
got really mad at me.
Because this is what happens in my house. We have this argument all the time. Mom is the fun one and Dad is the funny one. And I'm like, but I get paid to be funny. They're like, nah, you don't. You get paid to be fun. So I guess Sheldon is funnier than I am. He's going
He
to
is
love that I
pretty.
said
Hold
that
on.
today.
Sheldon is pretty funny.
I know.
Sheldon is funny.
And
And
whenever we
he's very fun as well.
Yes, and whenever we do our broadcast together or our podcast or whatever, everyone's always like, "You're so funny, Sheldon." I'm like, "Oh God."
Yeah.
So I'd say
I
him.
know.
He's definitely funnier than I am. So
Because, in my relationship with Alex, he's like the fun guy, and he's
Yeah.
just crazy, and he'll do anything for a laugh. And so people always say to me, God, living with Alex, you must just laugh.
you're
all
like,
the time.
"Yeah."
Your house must be overflowing in laughter. I'm like,
What I'm
Are
gathering
you
is
like,
there's
I'm
different
funny?
levels and different types of funny because
Yes,
Okay.
you're right.
Yeah.
Right. You got to be Hoboken funny.
I also think that when you live with somebody,
See,
they're
you're all
not as
laughing.
funny.
I get this
That's
call. Hold
true.
on.
Because, for example,
Yeah.
I can say shit to Danielle and she will laugh her ass off. If I say the same stuff to Lisa, she's like, "Okay, whatever, leave me alone." But
Yeah.
now
So
Lisa
there's
used to think it
universal
was funny.
There's universal fun.
Well, no,
hold on,
Lisa
hold
used
on,
to think it
hold
was.
on.
Oh,
Hold on. My social security number has been compromised.
Oh no.
I repeat, press 1 to get more details.
Get
Oh,
more
that sounds
details.
legit.
yeah, that sounds like a real person.
Well, let's get more
Press one.
details. Hold on.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here comes the conference room.
Does someone answer when you press
Hello?
one?
Hello.
Hi, Social Security Administration. How can I help?
I was just told that my social security number has been compromised.
Okay, all right. So let me have a look at your file and let me check that. Can I have your first and your last name?
Tell them your social security number is 1. Like, get the first one ever given.
My social security number is compromised. You should know my first name, don't you think?
Scary Jones.
Just try to work with your logic because right now.
What country are you in right now?
You're having a numerous of customers here.
Customers?
Okay,
Numerous of customers.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
I got one of those calls, and the guy's like, first I'll need to know what your social security number is. I said, 1. He goes, yeah, what are the other digits? I go, no, I have the very first one ever given to anybody. It's number 1.
They
hung up on me.
It from the first guy.
I take a while, so I'll go 5, and then the guy, are you still there? 7.
You should give him a letter. J.
Then I tell him, you know what? I would love to give it to you. Come on over to my house. I'll hand you my social security, and then you can jump off my roof.
Okay, wait a minute. I interrupted you, Froggy. I do apologize. But I thought it was very interesting that we take a break and go to the man who's telling me my social security number has been compromised.
No, I was saying that when you live with somebody...
Danielle,
what are you doing?
Okay, so the bearded dragon is out down here, Tonka. He's walking
mine.
around. and so I put the cat upstairs, but the kids didn't know the bearded dragon is out. So they just opened the door and let the cat down, and the cat made a beeline. So I just grabbed him.
Oh, my God.
That would have been terrible.
Spencer.
This would have been live coverage.
Yeah,
Tonka would have been compromised.
Will
Tonka would have
that
been
cat
compromised.
maul the bearded dragon? Like, is that a given?
I don't want to find out.
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't know. That's like Gandhi's question the other day between an elephant and a gorilla. Like, you don't know.
Lion and a
A
gorilla.
lion and a gorilla. Like, I don't think we want to find out.
Yeah, no,
No.
thanks. Oh,
But
my
Danielle,
God.
make sure you film it if it happens.
Whew, whew.
All right, who was talking about whether they're the funniest person in the room?
Well, I had said that when you live with somebody, they don't think you're funny. Like, for example, Elvis can say things to Lisa that she thinks are just fucking hilarious. But if I say the same thing, she's like, oh, that's childish.
Yeah.
So it's when you live with somebody, I think your opinion of what's funny changes because you get tired of hearing it all the time.
Yes, I get that.
I'll say something and Lisa goes, oh, I didn't see the on-air light. Is the microphone on? And I'm like, oh, here we go. Or she'll say, or this is her other one, she'll say, oh, if you were that funny from 6 to 10, your show would have even better ratings. I'm like, okay, great, yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah.
All right. So Garrett, who are you the funniest person you know?
No, not at all. My friend Casey, he is probably out of our group of friends, the one that we always go to, and we know he's going. Oh, the funniest man, Sheldon's here.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sheldon.
Wait, we're sorry to interrupt you, Garrett. We're talking about the funniest people that we know in our lives, and I just admitted that you are funnier than I am.
Yes.
There he is.
Yes.
Oh, good. We agree on something for a change. That's nice.
And also, he's more Daniel. He's more fun than you as well.
Oh yeah, they said you're more fun than me, and you're funnier.
Double dose. Well, I have given that award to Danielle. She's a fun one. I keep her around for her fun factor, but funny. That's me.
Yeah.
Conceded, that's you too.
No,
Never.
I have to work, so I'm going to
Okay,
leave
bye.
you to it. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Sheldon?
Go chase your squirrel, Ravel.
Question for Sheldon.
Squirrel.
Well, ask Danielle. Maybe she can
It's
answer.
squirrel.
Brody, what did you want to ask? Maybe Danielle will answer for him.
No, I wanted Sheldon to answer. It's fine. I'll get him later.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So I wanted to ask him who's better at math.
So Garrett, your funniest friend is Casey.
Yeah, my friend Casey Jost, funniest guy I know.
Yeah, he's Colin Jost's brother. That's a bit rigged.
So, question: is Casey Jost funnier than Colin Jost?
The
answer is
you know
yes.
What? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I can tell.
Yes.
Yeah, I can tell why you say that.
Yes.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
But no one wants to say it though because Colin's Colin, and everybody's like, oh, it's Casey. But Casey, I think, is truly funnier than Colin.
Dude, Colin Jost is married to Scarlett Johansson. What's that like?
That
Damn.
is kind
be
of
funny.
insane.
Damn.
There is the code though. We kind of don't like. So Casey, tell us about Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, you don't wanna
because
do that.
You don't want to do that.
No.
That's
But,
uncool.
If he talks about it, that's great. But we don't push him on it. But yesterday, Colin was, because he's promoting a new movie, Tom and Jerry, that's going to be out. He was talking about how he used to beat up his brother and repeat Tom and Jerry things, and they would go to the hospital. And we're like, Casey, we never heard this story before. Apparently, yeah, Casey always went to the hospital because his brother would, do what Tom and Jerry were doing on the TV show. So
He
Oh
beat
my
him in the head with an anvil.
yeah, he's been to the ER
Oh
a
my
few times
gosh.
because of Tom and
Hey,
Jerry.
Garrett?
straight Nate.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Garrett. I mean, Brody. And then
No, I just wanted to know if he's close enough to Casey that if Casey got married, he would go to the wedding. Because then Scarlett would be there.
Yeah.
Oh, Casey is married, but yes. I would.
Oh, too late. Okay.
Straight Nate.
Yeah.
Are you the funniest person you know?
Oh God, no. No, I have some friends. In fact, one of them was I worked with on the Seacrest show, and he was one of the writers for Ryan. So if Ryan was ever funny, it's usually because of something Chad wrote. And he was just one of the funniest. And he just, when he was such a good storyteller, and that's what you have in common with him, Elvis, is when you can tell a story well, it's almost like you're telling a joke every time you tell a story. Right. And he was so good at it. I would just be breathless laughing.
There you go. See, it's good to surround yourself with people that make you laugh.
Yeah.
So, but then what's Brody going to do? Just sit there by himself all day?
Do you make yourself laugh all day?
What sad.
No. I didn't say I didn't have funny friends. You guys are all funny. You asked me, a question. I answered it.
Are you the funniest person you know? And your answer was yes.
Yeah, I've been successful at it, but I have a lot of friends that are very, very funny.
But they're not funnier than you.
Brody, who would be your number 2? So if you're number 1, who would be your number 2?
I would say Spruce. You guys know him in the comedy department.
Yeah. Spruce is very funny.
And he's very fun. He's fun
Yeah.
and funny.
Yeah.
Now, Brody, do you consider yourself fun?
No.
Well, wait a minute. Think about it for a moment. Okay, no.
You know what? I'm fun if you find me funny. Then you have fun with me being funny. But I don't do like party stuff. I wouldn't jump out of a plane. I'm very conservative in that kind. I don't dance. So I'm not like, oh, let's bring Brody along. He's fun. But if you're in the mood if you find me funny, then I'm fun to be around.
I never thought I'd hear the day Brody said he's conservative.
No, not politically, my friend. It's very funny.
Oh my gosh.
You notice I said conservative in what I do.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, Elvis, who's the funniest person you know? You didn't answer this.
Oh, God. I've been thinking, well, the funniest person I've ever met in my life was my father. God rest his soul.
Aww.
He was by far the funniest person. And I never, ever would tell a joke around my dad because it always failed. Because I was always afraid he would like see it was, because I'm not a good joke teller. I'm just not. And he was the funniest guy. But you guys make me laugh every day, and I see you every day, so I consider this room to be the funniest person I know.
Aw, that's nice.
Because I tell you, once we're done with this, you'll be like,
I do think we drive Elvis nuts. Like at times we make him want to like pull his head off his body.
Oh, yeah.
However, I do think we entertain him and make him laugh too. So.
Yes.
I think we do that with each other.
The entertainment factor makes up for when he wants to pull his head off.
I will tell you a telling story. So 2 weeks ago when it was a Friday, we're about to go on vacation, and the last thing we do is basically this 15-minute morning show podcast. And then we tie up loose ends and we do a couple of commercials and then we're done. And I noticed the number of people who lingered. You know what? We were on vacation.
Yeah, we
should
were
have been
kinda like hanging around.
looking for the leave button,
Yeah.
But we were like kind of hanging around. It's like, so what are you guys doing? I mean, no one was in that big of a rush to get out.
No, we were not.
And so I do think that even though we drive each other fucking crazy sometimes,
that means this group truly loves each other.
I do think that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in a rush to go to the next room. I mean,
what was that, Garrett?
I wasn't in a rush to get to my living room. I mean, it takes
there is
2 seconds to get there.
We're also lingering around on this podcast right now because it's 3 minutes over 15 minutes at this point.
Hey.
Going back to, wouldn't Joe Gatto be one of the funniest people we know from
He's funny.
Impractical Jokers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he's
funny.
definitely there.
Yeah.
He's funny and he's fun and he's the thing that I think that what makes Joe Gatto so successful is he's so likable.
Yeah.
He's just a nice guy.
Right.
Yeah. Which I don't know if any of us are that, but anyway.
We're not as likable.
I guess we're done. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
All right. We didn't even do what we were supposed to do on that. Were we going to do something else?
I don't know. Were we?
I think so.
What are you
This
laughing
went
about,
well.
Nate?
I'm just looking at something my friend Chad said to me once.
What did he say?
Funny
Tell
friend.
us.
No, I can't.
Okay, we understand. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.